Okay. All right, let's get started. Good morning, everyone. I'm the Grace Strega. I'm here to give you your collective reading for today, Thursday, December 1st. So what is coming through? Yesterday, I will point out, very interesting, very, very interesting energy. I want to see I'm very curious to see how that is going to result in today. So why don't we get right into it? What do we see happening today? Can I please get 5 cards? Oh boy. Okay, so you guys are going to remember that yesterday we saw the feminine energy. Oh my, here are these 5. Wow. Okay. We saw yesterday the energy for masculine was less than ideal. Feminine was in a much better space heart-wise. Keeping in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. I'm looking at these first 5 cards, and I'd like to say that things have changed. Unfortunately, I'm already seeing that the masculine energy is still kind of going through it. So why don't we talk about it? Because these first 5 they're doozies, all right? First thing that's coming up right now is King of Wands reversed. So this is going to hit a little bit differently, as you know, depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. If you align to masculine energy, today is going to be marked. I want to say maybe think about what you're saying before you say it, particularly when we see a King of Wands in its reversal, because this can indicate a difficulty in expressing what you are really trying to say. This can also indicate some difficulty around plans and actions. Foresight is key. Foresight is key in all the communication you ever have in terms of what you are hoping to achieve. So expect that there might be some difficulty here around this. Now, if you are, and now she tells me, says Marv, I'm sorry, I'm trying, I'm doing the best I can. Keep in mind though, okay, this is still a King of Wands. So this does say that the desire, and this is why it's tricky, the desire for communication is there. It's just the way that it's coming out, or the inability to express it. For the feminine energy, it's going to feel a lot more difficult, because this could represent the fact that the masculine energy is going to be expressing difficulty in communicating today, if not outright hostility. So please keep that in mind. Please try to bear it with some grace. We haven't seen the feminine showing up here in the cards, but I'm sure they're going to show up. And when I say to the masculine energy, I need you to really focus on what you want to express and what you're trying to express. I'm going to double down that, because I'm also seeing double masculine energy in this way, particularly with the Knight of Pentacles in its reversal. Guys, we've had 2 days with all these reverse masculine cards. So I gotta say, whatever's going on right now energetically, it's hitting masculine much different than it was with feminine. Because I will point out, in feminine yesterday, we saw a lot of those cards upright. Particularly, we saw a Queen of Swords in its reversal. So a desire not to start conflicts, to let go of burdens, and trying to open from your heart center. Masculine was in a place of instability, and that instability is continuing today, both in their ability to speak and also their ability to offer. I am going to point out too that the Knight of Pentacles in its reverse is the slowest of the knights, and so when it is in full reversal, it's often like a dead stop, right? So for masculine energy right now, I'm seeing that a lot of that instability is caused now kind of a total blockage, particularly in the realms of communication and also in being able to present tangible offers. Masculines, I want you to take your time to go through this, because I do see here that there is a lot of healing and rest that is required right now. For feminine, it's just to try to handle this situation or circumstances with some grace. Understand, hopefully the cards we pulled today are going to still show you, keeping that heart center open. But bear in mind that this is going to be a day of resistance for the masculine energy. More than anything, The focal point today, which makes a lot of sense, especially with the card of the day, is rest. Rest, rest, and more rest. Everyone feels that they need a break. Everybody feels that they need this time. Understand that it is totally okay to take the time that you need. The places that support you will be available to give you that time, so long as you communicate it in an effective manner, which again might be a little harder for masculine energy today. Remember that this rest is not necessarily an ending. It's more just a desire for peace. And it's peace with hope, because I always like to point out this beautiful card has that stained glass window that shows that there is something better on the outside. This just needs to ease up. And I'm saying that doubly so because we do have devil energy coming up here upright. And so for me, this is also a watchword to everyone today to just be very mindful of your triggers. Remember that today may be a very triggering day, and it may really call you into those zones that you have less than positive energetic attachments to. Okay? This is not necessarily saying that the whole day is gone to pot, but it is one that says that today is going to have challenges, and that it's good to be mindful of what those challenges are, and also the connections that you're building around yourself, around others, around the things in your life, to make sure that they are in the most positive mindset. Because for me, this is why we need this rest right now. This rest is so important because we've got two very important cards coming up. It's trying to tackle this devil energy, so this non-positive connection, while also, and I love this card, trying to heal. There's a deep need here on all sides to try to heal, but that could also be very difficult in the face of what is still very present as a non-healed circumstance currently occurring in your own life. Pay attention to this. Remember, I want to say more than anything, the goal is not to react, right? That's what we're really saying. To be able to handle things from a place of calmness and rest, even if the energy coming towards you may make it very difficult to do that. All right, we are going to keep going. Pretty big cards to start with our 5. All right, moving forward. The next card's clarifying this masculine energy, which has been in some deep reversal for the last 2 days. I will point out, the last 2 days we've seen a deep reversal on this energy. What's going on with this masculine energy that's got it in such a reversal? Can I please, here it is. It's the feminine, and this is coming up in the same place it came up yesterday, in the same direction. Masculine energy is having a hard time because for some reason, remember what I mentioned yesterday, there is a spiritual connection that masculine is feeling right now with feminine energy, but there is a push-off point from it. There's a feeling right now that they don't trust it, or they don't feel like it is potentially serving them in the right way. There's doubt here around the feminine and their connection to the spiritual. And so there is this desire right now on the masculine to look out beyond and to try to kind of see other options and opportunities. For feminine, what this is really going to say today is I'm sensing that what's happening here, and this is why the feminine need to be very cautious. A lot of the energy coming towards them today from the masculine energy is going to be less than ideal. It's going to be less than ideal, and it's potentially going to make you feel a little bit rocked off of your spiritual center. But I want you to also remember, you are kind of looking outwards beyond this moment to try to find ways to realign, which we like with the feminine energy. The feminine energy is also looking forward in this way, but it's not necessarily away from their own energy. It's really trying to find ways to push forward, to find spiritual alignment, to find their spiritual center, which we're okay with. Again, huge, but I have to say, you can see the difference in this experience between the masculine and the feminine energies. With the feminine kind of on this mission to get closer in touch with their own spirituality and their own self. And masculine really just looking at that experience with anxiety and doubt and maybe even some fear as they are trying to move forward. You know, in some productive fashion. So everyone is looking forward, which again, the forward looking is good. It's just figuring out the best way to do that. Moving further, clarifying right now between this masculine Ace of Pentacles reversed. I mean not Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles reversed with the Four of Swords. So particularly for masculines, this pulling back on options, pulling back on offers, pulling back on kind of everything. Just again, still kind of in that stasis point. I literally called it a limbo yesterday. That limbo is now moved from a limbo to just like a place of deep rest. There's just a deep, deep need for rest right now around the masculine energy. And this is a reminder to masculines right now that if you're feeling this instability, rest may be key. Rest may absolutely be key. All right, clarifying between these 2 points right now. And for feminine, it's going to be feeling that there's a masculine in your space that is not coming forward the way that you're hoping, particularly around tangible offers. And this in itself is causing you to rest, having this desire for rest. Clarifying between these 2 points right now is 2 more cards coming out here. Another 4. So 4 of Wands in its reversal with the 10 of Pentacles in its reversal. It's going to feel chaotic today, guys. It's going to feel chaotic because this is what I don't like about it, because we see the fact that everybody's trying to look forward, but they're not seeing anything to give them that positive hope that there is something to look forward to as it relates to this situation or circumstance. And this is what's causing this wider feeling of chaos. Okay, it's gonna be a bit of a hairy day. We're just gonna accept it for what it is. Continuing to move forward, clarifying right now between the 4 of Swords. So this need for rest, particularly a need for rest against this oppositional devil energy. So these connections or these circumstances in your life that you feel are kind of chaining or restricting you in some fashion from being able to have these desired outcomes that you hope for is, may I please get one card to clarify between these 2 points, is, may I please have one card, please? There it is, hidden. Oh man. Okay, so why, right? Why is there this need to rest instead of releasing the devil energy? What would cause that? What would cause that? Well, a deep karmic connection would cause that. This is the issue right now with this, which is trying to resolve the fact that there is a deep karmic connection that you're feeling right now to some other energy. And you're working very hard on one hand to try to find a restorative point in it because you acknowledge and you see it's there, but also acknowledging and seeing that there's a lot of toxicity that is kind of pervasive in it, and it's trying to figure out how to push forward past that point against this toxic, damaging energy. It's really trying to find a healthy way to progress forward. That's a sticky pickle. It's a sticky pickle. But again, everybody's desired outcome right now is acknowledgement of the, I mean, I like the fact, listen, the devil energy being here proves that everyone in the circumstances, masculine and feminine alike, see that there is something that needs to be repaired. I do like the fact that this to me is acknowledgement of the issue at hand, of the toxicity, and there is a desire to heal from it. There is a desire to heal from it. But the problem is, it's not necessarily correcting the connection, but so much as trying to heal the heart space as this endures, which is probably some of the problem. Can I please get one card to clarify between those 2 points? What's going to do that? The opposite of what the masculine energy is in. The opposite of the masculine energy, which is in a space of saying they don't want to come forward with offers. Somebody needs to come forward in a functional fashion. Masculine or feminine, the acknowledgement is whatever this is, whatever this toxicity is and whatever this healing needs to occur, the thing that really needs to happen right now to establish a good karmic link again is to come forward with something tangible, some offer, something that can be held. Everybody wants this. Masculine's certainly not in a place that they're willing to give it. So there's just that. There's just that. Just keeping that in mind right now. But there is the desire to do so, even though there is the resistance to do so today. Let's hold on to that. Let's hold on to that as some positivity. All right, we're going to continue clarifying between this very hairy situation here of a 3 of Wands. So the desire to move forward. For feminine, it's feeling spiritually off center and trying to figure out how to stay spiritually centered as you move forward from this point. For masculine, it's trying to figure out how to move forward and potentially either move or correct or heal this rift between this connection to spirit, feminine, that feels very spiritual, but you're feeling a lot of anxiety or doubt towards, as well as clarifying between this absolute total chaos scenario, like total chaos. I cannot describe the level of chaos this is going to feel like today, between feeling like there isn't a positive outcome on the horizon and feeling like the place you find yourself is pretty darn chaotic as a result. Okay? Clarifying between these 2 points right now is, may I please get one card? May I please get one card to resolve? It's resulting in nobody feeling like they can get anything done, because nobody is feeling like they are being given the tools that they need in order to make the progress that they want to make. And this is causing this deep, I'm going to say, like a deep feeling of uncertainty or questioning of oneself and one's own ability to make the progress that you desire to make today. Okay? Now, everything is not always chaos. You're just feeling like that because of the card, because of today. Okay? Let this serve as affirmation that if you're feeling like that, it's because that's the energy for today. But I will say there is something to be said about everyone, and this is more of the masculine leaning card. So there is something about all the spirituality, all of the ability to create, just feeling really limited today because of this desire to move forward, but also an inability of feeling like you can move forward because it's hard to see that positive outcome that you're really hoping to achieve. We're going to keep going though, because I'm seeing things moving in a positive direction, guys. Left to right now, we are seeing a progress, okay? We're definitely seeing a positive progress happening because here, clarifying between feeling like a lot of things are lost or a lot of things are broken or there is a lot of chaos, clarifying between that and this desire to restore this karmic connection. May I please get one card to clarify? Cycles are complete. Something needs to end. Something needs to come to an end. Something has reached we've got 2 10 cards here, right? 2 10 cards and this understanding that something needs to stop being the way it is. Something needs to stop happening the way it does. It needs to be a total clearing of the board, if you will, in order to restore this positive connection. Like something just like whatever was happening before was not the way for it to work, is what's really coming to terms. It's like whatever we were doing, whatever that was not working. Everything needs to be complete. Everything, I'm going to say, like it really does need to feel like we need to just stop doing that and never do that again. And it's the acknowledgement of the things that aren't working, I will point out, that will allow for this connection to be restored right now. Okay? But this is a moment where it really is going to feel like a pretty supreme ending that's allowing this new beginning to evolve. Clarifying right now between, and here's where you start hitting that positivity, right? The positive karmic connections coming forward with actual tangible offers, right? Between these 2 points we have, may I please have one card to clarify? Here it is, hidden. This is it. This is the correction point, because what is it going to take to heal those connections? Everybody needs to come forward. Everybody in the connection needs to come out of this space. And I will say this is also called the feminine too, because you will see that feminine was going into a place where they were a Queen of Swords in its reversal yesterday. Masculine is in its Knight of Pentacles in its reversal today. Offers, tangible offers need to come forward on one end. Somebody on one side needs to come forward with a tangible offer. And the other one needs to be willing to fight. The other one needs to be willing to take a risk. The other one needs to be willing to take a chance. If we don't have this, and it has to be new, it has to be like clean slate, let's just start from the beginning. If you can't do that today, then this can't get restored, because whatever was working and whatever was happening in the past was not working. So this is really a call for like new changes, new opportunities, but only if people are willing to take those risks, to come forward in new ways, are we going to actually see that change evolve. Clarifying right now between the Magician's reversal and the Ten of Swords. So this feeling right now, really feeling like huge endings coming for a lot of in the energy, just because of the chaos around some circumstance or scenario. This deep desire of saying we need to fix something, but also feeling like you don't have the ability to fix something because something is just trying to, like, I'm getting a lot of a sense here of trying to do something, but someone just really just cutting you off at every pass. Every time you try to do something, it's just met with another stop. Trying to clarify between these points, right? Because it is also a reminder, the Magician always has the ability. They need to look at the tools they're using and the materials around them and ask themselves if this is really what's going to help you create what you need to create. Clarifying between these 2 points right now, may I please get one card? That's more than one, so we're going to keep doing. Can I please get one card? Okay, we've got our one card. It's hidden. How to move forward from here. How to move forward from here. For many of you, today's a day that you decide to push forward, you push through. You're giving something the last chance that you can. You're giving things like doing what you can, experiencing whether something can or cannot be revived. For many of you today, you're going to just kind of decide, I can't. There's nothing else I can do here. I'm not being given the tools I need to repair something. I need to push forward. So that's what we're seeing there. Okay, clarifying right now between the Ten of Swords, so this ending, but also, again, coming out of this, everything we're seeing is pushing forward. Closure of a cycle, but not letting that cycle destroy you. Accepting that something is done, accepting that something needs to end the way it is, being able to move forward from a proactive point from that point. Thank you so much for the gift. I deeply appreciate it. Clarifying between these 2 points here. May I please get one card? Whoop. It's understanding that nothing is lost, that everything is happening the way it is meant to happen, that this is a part of the plan, and that your continued pushing forward is the plan. This is that resurrection moment where you kind of see, something tried to knock you down, something tried to end it, but you are rising back up from the ashes. It's really funny because it's really reminiscent of last night. I was on live and somebody was joking to me because I said to them, you don't want to invite the tower into your house because it'll cause this ego death. And someone's like, but what if I just want to keep learning? And I'm like, oh, like maybe we shouldn't just introduce the towers all the time into our house for like continual rebirth. I mean, that's a lot, but this is really this energy of someone being like, no, I'm willing to get knocked down again because I'm going to get back up, because this is the cycle of fate. So we are seeing that there is that vitality occurring in not letting oneself succumb to the loss, but instead allowing yourself to move forward. All right, we are now reaching the final card for today's reading. So what is the card of resolution? Oh my goodness gracious. I think I think for a lot, the real energy here is really understanding that there's some areas or some situations that are only going to bring pain. And no matter how hard you try, they're going to continually hurt. And so for many of you, the decision today is really going to say, you know what, I've done everything that I can. There's nothing more I can do. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to areas that I know I can have success in, and being okay with that, understanding that it is part of fate. But still, not being happy with the situation, not being happy, acknowledging that there is a desire to go back, but that it's not serving any positive purpose, that it's just causing more pain. Bottom of the deck on this right now is there's a deep need right now. Nobody wants to fight. Everybody's looking for the path right now that's going to be easiest for them, the path of least resistance. I feel that for many, whatever the circumstance or situation is, it's caused you to have to be in a very defensive mode for quite some time. And you've reached an exhaustion point. There's this need right now to just want to surrender to it, to just want to surrender and just say, I don't want to fight anymore. Even while you're trying to pick up that sword and fight, it's really just a question of what you're fighting for, and whether it is worth it, because it does feel more like a personal attack than anything else. It's not the easiest read for today. I'm going to be honest. It's a bit hairy, but you know what? I do see here some signs that I like a lot, which is the healing of the Three of Hearts. Okay. We see the restoring of positive connections with that Six of Cups. We're seeing that Chariot energy driving forward, and we're seeing the Wheel of Fortune. So everything we're seeing here is really saying forward is the solution. Finding a path forward, finding a plan forward is really what's going to help in the healing process right now. And if some areas aren't working, if you've done what you can leave them as such, and you can continue forward on your healing journey. Even if it's not the one that you definitely ideally desired, it's still there for you. It's still open, and there's going to be success with the Wheel of Fortune. They're saying that this too is a part of the path. So I want to thank all of you for coming here for this reading this morning. I appreciate all of you. Just a reminder, if you would like a private reading, you can book a private reading with me on my site, gracedraga.com. Please remember that those are done over Zoom with the option of a video being sent to you afterwards. Also, please remember, if you book a private reading, it is a two-step process. You have to schedule a reading and you have to pay. If you don't do both, we can't have the reading. Also, if you're a subscriber to my TikTok channel, you can take 10% off any of my private reading services. Just make sure to mention your subscriber ID when you go to book. And thank you to all of my subscribers and followers. I could not do this without you. So thank you guys so much. All right, so we are going to move into, all right, guys, that was the energy.